All right, y'all. We're back with another video. We are back with another reaction pack. So let's talk about it. So, yesterday, as we all know, Caitlin Clark, as we seen in the last video, she got her helmet knocked off by none other than Kennedy Carter. I woke up this morning to a certain word trending on Twitter. Racism. As soon as I seen the word racism trending on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, I already knew what it was. Caitlin Clark. The account named Hoops said the racism Caitlin Clark is dealing with is unacceptable and has no place in sports. This isn't basketball. This is racism, jealousy, and assault. The face of racism and hate. Add envy too. She looks like Pete Davidson, built like him. See, I told y'all I was gonna do this, bro. I seen it before it even happened. That's a man. That is a man. Her jawline, that's a man. I already told y'all this yesterday. I knew this was gonna happen. I cannot express to all how much I do not care about the WNBA. However, if the roles were reversed and Caitlin Clark was black and her bullies were white, every single woke sports outlet and journalist or journal would be losing their minds and calling it racism. That's all I'm saying. This is racism, plain and simple. Jealousy is like cancer. Envy is a thief of happiness. Caitlin can either keep doing what she is doing or reciprocate the treatment. Fair is fair. Just don't want to hear any of those ladies cry racism when Caitlin serves it back. Oh, bro, you know what Black Twitter is about to do. What are you talking about? Twitter is about to eat that up. If Caitlin Clark pushed anybody, get this nobody out this league. I'm telling you, in my opinion, this looks like racism. I said this yesterday, bro. You keep talking about Caitlin Clark, they gonna start coming for her. Look at this racism. Oh, wait, they're both black. Never mind. As you were... Jackie! Nah, this is just crash out. This light skin's a crash out. She will blow up your car and slash your tires if you do her wrong. She look like she don't play. Jackie don't play either though. They really be doing this in the WNBA. That's crazy. That's interesting. What else? This is what racism looks like. Entire league is out to get Caitlin Clark. Yeah, I told you this, man. You keep talking about Caitlin Clark every 3 to 5 minutes. They're gonna come for Caitlin Clark. 100%. And just like Charles Barkley said yesterday, oh, Caitlin Clark brought all this money. She giving y'all charter flights, first class. Y'all should be thanking her. Now, if they start running her over just like this,
and Clark,
they start running her over just like that, what you gonna do about it? What the league gonna do? None of her teammates did nothing about it. They was like, well, dang. They did nothing. The NBA, they fighting. You see what T Grizzly from Detroit did. What's his name? The crash out from Detroit. He was ready to knock LeBron head off.
Which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter and Clark.
Because even in the comment I said yesterday, I'm pretty sure Charles Barkley was mad when they kept talking about Jordan. Isaiah Thomas is definitely still mad 30 years later. 5 years later. Matter of fact, let me play the clip real quick. Now, keep in mind, this is one of Jordan's former NBA colleagues, and Isaiah Thomas. And he's basically saying that they changed the rules for Jordan to win. Now, do I think that they'll do that for Caitlin Clark? It's a possibility. Because as you can see, she says she'll do it again. She don't care. You keep talking about Caitlin Clark. Now, if I run her over, what you gonna do about it? She doesn't care. So let's watch Isaiah Thomas real quick. His opinion on Jordan
Y'all
changed
changed
rules.
y'all want him to win. Y'all changed all the rules so he can win. These are the facts. I go down the lane, I get my ass beat. You see pictures of Michael Cooper scratching Larry Bird's jersey off, right? You see Kevin McHale slamming Kurt Rambis to the floor. You see Dr. J, fine on Bird, right? Everybody getting hit. Oh, but he can't get hit. So we're gonna change all the rules so he can dunk because they marketing the dunk. It used to be how high you fly in the air, can you dunk? And everybody's like, oh yeah, you can dunk. Okay, that's cool. Now you can jump all up in the air and do a 360 and everything, and everybody be like, yeah, that's cool. But
Got another one right here.
time you hit him, he was crying. Oh, motherfucker hit me. Going to David Stern's office, going to the commissioner's office, having a meeting about getting hit, getting fouled. You got to change the rules. I'm like, wait a minute. I watch Dr. J get beat up. I watch Magic get beat up. I watch Max get beat up. I watch Bird get beat up. I didn't got beat up. Everybody get beat up. But wait a minute. Now we got to change the rules because hit. Wow.
See, in my opinion, though, chat, I feel as if they change the rules for Caitlin Clark, the way how the WNBA is, bro, they just might boycott the league. If they change the rules for Caitlin Clark to be successful, they're going to boycott this league. This league is going back to watching rocks. Because I'm telling you right now, they going to think the exact same way how Isaiah Thomas feel. Oh, all of us got beat up, but here comes little old Caitlin Clark coming to the league. Now you going to change the rules? They going to stop coming to practice. Games will get canceled. They going to boycott the... Man, she's swole. Good Lord. I wonder why Caitlin Clark flew 10 yards.
Oh, here's a breakdown of
So let's watch this clip real quick, and then we'll go back to Twitter, see if there's anything
everything
else.
that happened before and after Caitlin Clark got blindsided and bumped to the floor by Chennedy Carter during today's Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever game. So late in the third...
One thing is, they never show how it originally started. So I believe Jumpman Germ showed how it started and then what led to that.
Caitlin Clark poked the ball away from Chennedy Carter, leading to a Fever bucket, and Caitlin's elbow appears to make contact with Chennedy while doing so, as she turns around and celebrates in Kennedy's face. And
see, chat, you gotta call a spade, though, chat. Like, if she started it and then Chennedy Charter with these running back shoulders clotheslines her, now she's a bad one situation.
Chennedy Carter, leading to a Fever bucket. So late in the third,
but they never show this
the
part,
ball away
though.
from Chennedy
It's
Carter, leading to a Fever bucket. And Caitlin's elbow appears to make contact with Chennedy while doing so, as she turns around and celebrates in Kennedy's face, and maybe even had a few words to say. Which then, moments later, Chennedy comes down and scores, and then retaliates against Caitlin with a...
Look at Angel Reese. Seen this yesterday. Angel Reese was the first player to get up.
Chennedy comes down and scores, and then retaliates against Caitlin with a blindside bump.
Look at her coach.
Sending Caitlin
they
to
embody
the
this in
floor.
Chicago. You gotta remember, this is the team in Chicago.
With a blindside bump, sending Caitlin to the floor as her teammate Angel Reese hypes her up from the bench. And in conclusion, the refs decided that this hit on Caitlin was a common foul and not a flagrant. Now, with all that being said, here's what Caitlin had to say about that moment.
Yeah, that's just not a basketball play, but, got to play through it. That's what basketball's about at this level. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it, but I think it's just just respond, come down, let your play do the talking. It is what it is. It's a physical game. Go make the free throw and then execute on offense, and I feel like that's kind of what we did, but, it is what it is, I guess. I don't know.
Let's say you said the other night. And lastly, Chennedy let it be known that she's not answering any questions about Caitlin.
After the Fever
I
score,
didn't answer no Caitlin Clark questions.
did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything. That's enough.
What's your take on this?
Her coach said that's enough. If you wanna say this in a joking manner, you know WNBA needs to hire that for Caitlin Clark to be the greatest of all time. This man. This man right here. If the WNBA hires an Uncle Ruckus, Caitlin Clark would be the greatest women's athlete of all time. Just listen to what he said.
Oh, everybody, keep an eye on your wallet. Look here, old dog.
Remember, this show was before cancel culture and all of that, so don't start saying it now.
Oh, everybody, keep an eye on your wallet. Look here, old dog. Only stealing and shooting I want to see is of this here b-ball. You little future ex-con. Game on! White man made you look like a fool. Ain't no surprise to me. All the greatest basketball players have always been white. Still are. Larry Bird, Dirt in the whiskey. Oh, sure, he ugly as hell on the face, but he is white as rice. Looking at the white girl is a foul. Speaking to the white girl is a technical foul. And touching the white girl, now that's a lynching.
Oh my gosh, bro. Imagine if a ref said this today, bro. I'm telling you.
Dirt in the whiskey. Oh, sure, he ugly as hell on the
Y'all
face.
talk about racism now?
But he is white as rice. Looking at the white girl is a foul. Speaking to the white girl is a technical foul. And touching the white girl, now that's a lynching. Game on! Foul, foul! Keep your hand off that white girl. Foul!
Come on, man, that's some old bullshit.
That's a technical foul!
Bro, I can only imagine if the WNBA hired Uncle Ruckus as a ref for Caitlin Clark's success, bro. That would be the craziest thing the media has ever. Hold on. One more time.
Game on! Foul, foul! Keep your hand off that white girl. Foul!
Come on, man, that's some old bullshit.
That's a technical foul!
That's a technical foul. Yeah, man, but anyways, what is Angel Reese trending for? Angel Reese is a scumbag. Oh, no one would know who you are with Caitlyn. Whoa, that's nuts. That's nuts. Wow. Since The View made their white privilege comment about Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese has turned up the bullying. You can see her teammate lipping I think she said Lil or you, whatever, before knocking Caitlin Clark to the ground. Why weren't they being ejected for this blatant fouling? Who's really privileged? Well, these are just the same clips that everybody's pretty much seeing. Yeah.
Is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege. And we have to acknowledge that. And so part of it is about race, because if you think about the Brittany Griners of the world, why did she have to go to play in Russia?
They wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her.
They wouldn't pay, not because she was black, but because they didn't believe in the WNBA.
This is part of my point. So now, Caitlin Clark is bringing this money, these sponsorships, we hope, into the league, and other players will benefit from it. But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive. And unfortunately, there still is that stigma against the LGBTQ plus community. 70% of the WNBA is black. A third of the players are in the LGBTQ plus community. And we have to do something about that stigma in this country. I think that people have a problem with basketball playing women that are lesbians. Who cares?
Oh, yeah, Jamie Hill definitely doesn't like Caitlin Clark. Jamie Hill despises Caitlin Clark. Some people saying that's because she's white, but who knows? Reese posts. These are two videos. One shows Caitlin Clark being targeted for an unprovoked attack, likely because she is white and a better player than everyone in the WNBA. The other shows Angel Reese congratulating her hooligan teammate for doing it. Not a good look for the Caitlin Clark isn't hated crowd. The blindside cheap shot, the Europe before it happens, the immediate stand cheering from Angel Reese on the bench. Take your pick. The Fever need an enforcer on the squad immediately. This can't happen. I told y'all this yesterday too. I felt like, why didn't her teammates like check her about this? That's low key L teammates, bro. Because if this was Draymond, Chennedy Carter would have been getting choked out like Karl Anthony Towns and Ben Simmons. Just let it be Draymond. Let it be Curry get knocked down. Here come Draymond like this. Hit her with that choke slam, the Alyssa Thomas move. Simple. Okay. What? W player Caitlin Clark gets cheap shotted, called up, and then Angel Reese stands up to celebrate. Just last week, The View co-host Sonny Hostin argued that Clark had white privilege and pretty privilege. Race baiter Jamie Hill also claimed that Clark's popularity was due to her race inequality. Clark is getting bullied from all angles, but these clowns want you to think that she is the issue. Interesting. Angel Reese received a $1,000 fine from the WNBA for not being available to the media after Saturday's loss against the Fever. Additionally, the Chicago Sky were fined $5,000 for not ensuring all of their players followed WNBA media policies. What is $1,000 to Angel Reese, bro? That like she can go model for some magazine and make that right back tomorrow. That's nothing. Let's see what's talking about with Clark. Yeah, I didn't want this video to be this long, man. I didn't. But I just felt like all this had to be discussed. This stuff has to be talked about. Former NBA enforcer Matt Barnes on that Caitlin Clark has been getting through her early career.
So there's a hot topic going on right now. Caitlin Clark says she got cheap shotted against the Sky. I mean, throughout the season, she's been getting beat up. Hard screens, elbows, knocked down.
They gonna treat her like I said, a skin and bones nobody.
Not the first.
They just gonna start throwing her around, knocking her to the floor.
My issue and my question is, where the fuck are her teammates at?
Thank you. I know I'm not tripping, bro. Thank you. Somebody thinks like me for once. Because I'm sitting here like, where is your teammates at to defend you? That means they might not like you either. That's tough. You might be taking all the shine. You putting them on TV 35 out of 40 games. You would at least want to protect the money. Protect the money. You better, like I said, if this was Draymond, you see how he did Rudy Gobert. You see how Ben Simmons choked out Karl Anthony Towns. I'm just saying, bro, like, where is her teammates at? To at least, you better stall off on her too. Just crash out. You ain't got nothing to lose anyway. If Caitlin Clark bringing all this money, they ain't worried about you no way. You got nothing to lose. You might as well just crash out just because. And maybe you might make some money in the WWE. Who knows?
Where the rest of the Indiana Fever at? I seen a couple girls smirk when she's got knocked down, half-assed to pick her up. Like, y'all supposed to protect the asset, protect the star.
Yeah, and protect the money.
Team, she's the star. You always protect your star. I was someone who protected the star.
Let Curry get hit like this. Where's Draymond at? Simple.
Cole, CP, Blake, list goes on.
Get Matt Barnes crashing out. See, you just need every team needs at least 1 or 2 crash outs. Family. That's how you be successful.
And you wonder why you sit at the bottom of the league right now. Because y'all don't protect each other, man. Coach don't do shit about it. Players don't do shit about it. Y'all should be ashamed of it. But the rest of the league is going to continue to test her. And that's what they're supposed to do. It's your guys' fucking job to have her back and have each other's back.
Thank you. See, somebody, I mean, that's why he won a championship with the greatest team of all time, the Warriors. Because, come on now. Oh, what did 3 say? Okay, this is hating on Caitlin Clark. Face guarding, extremely aggressive play, and the occasional hard foul can be described as competitiveness. Going out of your way to call her out her name and body checking her to the floor without the ball is hating. But again, a lot of people don't show this part right here that man Germ showed.
Third, Caitlin Clark poked the ball away from Chennedy Carter, leading to a Fever bucket, and Caitlin's elbow appears to make contact with Chennedy while doing so, as she turns around and celebrates in Kennedy's face. and maybe even had a few words to say.
See, but that's my thing too, though. She did that, and then Kennedy Carter pretty much just clotheslined her with the Barry Sanders shoulder. Do I think that was necessary? She could have just gotten her face after she scored. She didn't have to knock her to the floor. But everybody is different, Chad. You can't put yourself in that situation because you're not her. Her feelings may be different from yours. She may not like people getting in her face. And she played for a team in Chicago. Yeah, that's what they ever do.
Then, moments later, Kennedy
get in your face.
Comes down and scores, and then retaliates against.
He might have took offense to what Caitlin Clark said. Who knows what she said, because they probably will never release the mic'd up version of that, but who knows. Anyway. Anytime WNBA player sees Caitlin Clark on the floor. Really? That's really how they doing her too, though. But it's just a screen. Austin Rivers say.
Saturday. I wanted to make this video. Cover the NBA as well. So I was gonna just stay in my lane and just get right into it. Let's be honest. Women's basketball as a whole, for the longest time, did not garner a lot of attention and the proper respect. For the longest time, the WNBA was synonymous for a lot of things. Not making a lot of money, actually losing money, to be completely honest. Their athletes not being compensated properly, their athletes not being treated properly, and as a whole, their sport and brand of basketball in terms of women playing basketball did not garner really proper attention. Nobody really cared or paid attention to it, which is a damn shame because you girls have been great. You have been world-class athletes. I grew up appreciating, I'm a hooper though, but I grew up watching the Beasts play in the WNBA. I grew up watching Diana Taurasi do her thing. And Sue Bird wow us for her
I can't wait till Taurasi play her.
It goes on.
She probably gonna RKO her or something.
But for whatever reason, mainly due to ignorance, your sport has not garnered the proper attention and respect that it's long overdue. And now this woman comes along and brings the world in and is now giving y'all that proper attention and respect. And you guys are getting these brand deals and getting this money. And instead of being appreciative and acknowledging that, you guys are like coming at her with these like hate ass comments talking about, oh, well, you know, it's not just because of her, blah, 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 blah. Last night our game was sold out and she didn't play. Last night we flew charter and she wasn't on that flight. Let's stop it. It's not a coincidence you guys are just now chartering flights her rookie year. It's not a coincidence that now that she's in the WNBA.
Yeah, but again, that's what I was saying yesterday too in the comment. Like, you could say it's Caitlin Clark doing all of this, but they don't Caitlin Clark associated with their team if she's not on their team. That's just like LeBron. Like, why are you talking about LeBron if he's not on our team? We don't care about LeBron. So why are you talking about Caitlin Clark doing all this, and that for our team, and she's not part of our team? Because again, people's brains is wired differently. Man, we not part of the Caitlin Clark Association. We part of the WNBA. We don't care about Caitlin Clark doing this, and that. She didn't fund our team. She didn't give us no money for this. It's just people just now paying because the Clarkies have arrived.
Everyone's paying attention to the WNBA. I shouldn't say everyone, but a lot more people are. Okay? It's not a coincidence. It's the Caitlin Clark effect. Now, are there a lot of hands that can be raised of people who had a part to play? For sure. Angel Reese, Paige, Haley, Juju, the list goes on. There's women athletes, basketball players, and coaches who could raise their hand and say they had a part to play in the awareness that has grown in the game of women's basketball. But no more than Caitlin Clark. If you girls were Destiny's Child, she would be Beyonce. If all
the... Whoa! Yeah, see, now I'm about to turn this off. You have to say... Now that's reaching. Don't do that.
Raise their hand and say they had a...
Did he just call Caitlin Clark Beyonce? Child, there you go.
Awareness that has grown in the game of women's basketball. But no more than Caitlin Clark. If you girls were Destiny's Child, she would be Beyonce. If all the girls in collegiate sports were a band and they were in sync, she would be Justin Timberlake. She was the main attraction. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. All right? And it's not because she's white. It's not because she's straight. Good God, no one cares. And it's not because she's pretty. Another thing I heard from some woman who knows nothing about basketball saying that. It's because she's an unbelievable basketball player and talent. It's because she has a game style that we've never really seen before. We were watching last year's games. I promise you, I was watching Iowa women's basketball. Not because a woman out there that was playing was straight or white. It was because a woman was pulling up from half court looking like a Stephen Curry. She's like the Stephen Curry of women's basketball, and hopefully she can be that one day. She's got a lot to do and a lot of work cut out for her. But hey, we're going to cheer her along as the way. No one's saying Caitlin Clark is the greatest basketball player ever. No one's saying Caitlin Clark is the greatest basketball player even right now in the WNBA. She's not even in that conversation yet. But she's a hell of a talent, and her game style, her aura, everything about her has brought people in and brought awareness to your sport to where now we get to see all these great players in your craft. You have the whole world tuning in now to your sport, seeing how great you girls really are, and I have always been. So instead of hating on her and cheap shotting her like I saw today in the game, which was BS, it was a non-basketball play, or sneak dissing her on your Snapchat or your TikTok or your Instagram or your post-game interviews, appreciate her.
Bro, like I said, nobody's gonna care about Caitlin Clark, bro. I'm just saying, like, I understand what Austin is saying, but at the same time, people don't care about Caitlin Clark that much, bro. Not that much to be getting on their hands and knees and praising Caitlin Clark for bringing them some money.
Caitlin Clark. Yo, petty girl.
That's Brian Scalabrine. Caitlin Clark gets the basketball. See, but this is what I'm saying, though. Like, this is what her teammates should have been doing, if anything. Protect your money. That's Austin Rivers asked the teammates, ask Caitlin Clark's teammates why they didn't defend Caitlin Clark when she got knocked over. You might as well crash out because she bringing all this money. You ain't got nothing to lose. Just crash out. Act like Draymond. You get some money doing the WWE. Look, see, yeah. Crash out. This. See, that's what her teammates should have did. And Leah Boston should have just crashed. She her veteran, even though she a second-year player. Yeah. Crash out. Oh, this got right. I forgot. Yeah, just crash out. Yeah. Yeah, just crash out. You ain't got nothing to lose. You might get suspended, lose $2,000, but what is that? To a WNBA player. Yeah, bro. That's just my opinion, bro. Her teammates should have stood up for her. And that makes her teammates look bad. Yeah, this. Yeah. Yeah, just lose your mind. Yeah. Isaiah Stewart treatment. Just lose your mind. Might as well. Anytime somebody see Caitlin Clark. That's so funny, bruh. That's hilarious. Whoa. Whoa. For everyone that is upset about Chennedy Carter did to Caitlin Clark, don't forget what y'all corn kids were cool with just a few months ago. Clark let everyone know the type of player she was, her reputation, good and bad, precedes herself. Quit crying, WNBA. Hashtag WNBA.
Underneath, or something against Clark, which underneath,
on my face,
or something against Clark underneath, or something against Clark, which.
Whoa. I ain't never seen that before. That's crazy. The look you make when you find out that Caitlin has a $28 million Nike deal, and you can barely afford a pair of Jordans for your WNBA salary because you're garbage. Hey, see, I told y'all they're breaking their keyboards. Their phone screen is cracked. Caitlin Clark slammed to the floor by her throat by Caitlin Clark slammed to the floor by WNBA star Lisa Thomas. Oops, that's Angel Reese, not Caitlin Clark. Dear white media, coding Caitlin Clark like a 5-year-old girl. See Angel Reese's response. I want them to come at me. They're not supposed to be nice to me. Thank you, AT, for sending a message. Yeah, because Reese from Baltimore. Not Baltimore, Baltimore. They say nothing.
Moment for the rookie.
Yeah, she got hit with a UFC move, but people they forgot about that. It don't matter.
Moment for the rookie.
Yeah.
She is thrown down.
Yeah, she got hit with a UFC move.
Doing the honors. How'd you throw it out?
Video.
Well, she landed on her hip and her back, but she was thrown down by
Get
her
off my
throat.
face.
Look at, I mean, Alyssa Thomas.
And Alyssa Thomas, she didn't go over there and shake her hand and make sure she was okay either.
Look at, I mean, Alyssa Thomas. Just
player. I'm a basketball player. They don't give a damn if I'm a rookie. I mean, I want them to come at me every day. I want them to come at everybody. I mean, they're not supposed to be nice to me. I hope y'all know that. They're not supposed to be nice to me or lay down because I'm Angel Reese or because I'm a rookie. Like, thank you, AT, for sending a message to me.
Yeah, that's that Baltimore. That's Baltimore. Beat up, elbowed, roughing up, called up, then tackled just for existing. Caitlin Clark is still the fastest WNBA player to 150 points, 50 rebounds, 50 assists. Cool. The WNBA player who appeared to call Caitlin Clark and hammered her with a cheap shot is now liking tweets about how it was justified and she should do it again. Chennedy has zero remorse. These women simply hate Clark. I told you, we seen the thumbnails. I'll do it again. Let me see. I ain't see this. Chennedy, get her one more time. Just for me. This is a crazy flop. No one should ever fallen down like that. Yeah. I fear I'm a Chennedy Clark stan forever now. Stop bumping them gums. Stop bumping them MFing gums in. Found the right one. Fresh. With a RDC profile picture. Chennedy Carter's leg sleeve is ridiculous. Let him know, Hollywood. Put Caitlin Look in a basket. Caitlin don't want to smoke with Chennedy Carter. Man, yeah, they all probably from Chicago, from the hood. They play jail ball. Caitlin Clark started it. But they don't show this part.
Look at the reaction.
Is, will they call it
tough hit,
necessary?
Tough
Kennedy
foul,
Carter
and a flop.
And
Y'all
Clark.
mad at this? She flopped. That's a flop. It's a nice, tough push.
Which was called. The
But that's what happens when you talk shit. Especially when you talk shit
Kennedy
and
Carter.
get beat for a basket. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. Foul by Caitlin Clark right there. Doesn't get a call. Turns around, talk shit.
Was she talking to Carter? Was she talking to them on the sideline? Now that's the whole question too, because the sideline was all getting up after whoever that was that scored. Was she talking? Well, obviously she had to be talking to Carter, because why would she retaliate like that? She just crashed out on Clark, and that's crazy. But
especially when you talk shit
Kennedy
and
Carter.
get beat for a basket.
I was just assuming that Clark is talking.
Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again.
For her to retaliate like that, right?
Foul by Caitlin Clark right there. Doesn't get a call. Turns around, talk shit. That's a rule in life. You don't. If you talk shit, get ready for the pushback.
Yeah,
see, this is what happened. Y'all went right to judging this woman. Got fouled again. She got hit twice. Caitlin Clark hit her twice, pushed her, got beat defensively, gives up the bucket, and that's what happens. Around, talk shit.
Wait.
That's a rule in life. You don't. If you talk shit, get ready for the pushback. See, this is what happens. Y'all went right to judging this woman. Got fouled again. She got hit
push
twice.
her again a little bit though. Let's just be honest, bro. We're not a yes man, bro. Come on.
What happens? Y'all went right
did low key push her again.
to judging this woman. Got fouled again.
It wasn't like a hard push, but she did put two hands on her though. That wasn't no hard push to where she like crash out. Caitlin Clark is a Jackie Robinson of the WNBA. Okay, bro. There you go, bro. Now she's a Jackie Robinson. You right. After taking a cheap shot for a meal ticket, Caitlin Clark, Chennedy Carter doubles down on the disrespect. I'm not taking no Caitlin Clark questions. We've seen that already. Angel Reese is classless. Her reaction to her teammate should have shoulder checking Caitlin Clark to the ground. Me and Caitlin do not hate each other. Yeah, right. Who knows? Yeah, so we've seen everything then. The WNBA said they are finding Chicago guard Chennedy Carter $25 for the altercation with Caitlin Clark this evening. That's funny. Charms. This this the bootleg Shams. Is this Yeah, this the bootleg shams. Yeah, that's the bootleg shams. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much everything, man. We've seen everything else. Not only did Reese immediately stand up and celebrate Clark getting blindsided with a shoulder check, she then congratulates her teammate for doing it. Yeah, that's crazy, chat. Whoa! Keep going, keep going. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yep, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, no, we not, no. We not promoting that. No. Matter of fact, it's time to end the video. Anyways, that's gonna be this one, man. You guys let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you think that this was done on purpose? Or do you feel like this was like a retaliation to Caitlin Clark? Do you guys, are you team Caitlin Clark and a Clarkie, or are you a Barbie with Angel Reese? Or are you like Kennedy Carter's leg sleeve and you are a stan of Kennedy Carter now? You guys let me know in the comments how do you guys feel about this whole situation. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video, man.